How's it going, people? Welcome back to your channel. I haven't done enough on my MX-5 yet. It's sitting right here behind me and I know that I haven't done enough on it. I wanted to get it done over Christmas, it didn't happen. I wanted to get it done before Christmas, it didn't happen. But I can finally tell you that tomorrow it goes into the garage to get the rust sorted. So I thought I'd update you on where the car's at, what I've bought, what I haven't bought, what phase one of this project's gonna be like. And more importantly, I wanted to introduce someone to the channel who should have been on it a long time ago, a good friend of mine, Mr. Aldas, aka the Carbon Edge, aka every YouTube channel you can imagine. Say hello, Aldas.
Yeah, hi guys, my name is Aldas. Some of you might know me from my Formula 1 channel, which is under my name, Aldas. And I've got a brand new car channel, and it's going to be like a vlog channel that we're going to do so many cool things with, but more on that to come, called The Carbon Edge. So yeah, hopefully today should be quite a fun video.
And I think one of the craziest things about Aldas, this dude right here, is the fact that I have had him on my YouTube for a really long time. I remember him commenting on my videos maybe back in like 2018 sometime.
Yeah, this is early days.
Like,
we started our channels kind of a similar time. Yeah.
Exactly, like sort of a similar time. And then suddenly along comes this dude just making like some severe gains in the YouTube game. And then next thing you know, one of the best, in my opinion, Formula 1 YouTubers out there. So a massive props to this dude for making some sick content. And if you don't follow him, you should definitely go do that. Anyway, let's get into talking about this MX-5. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. And without further ado,
let's get into it.
Yes! So Aldas, let me give you this camera for a second, and you can record me, because I never have someone to record my videos. It's always me in a tripod or me in my hands.
So this should be like your best video ever.
Mate, honestly, especially with your YouTubing abilities, this should actually be quite good. So I hope this is all right. Obviously, as you know, in September last year, I bought a 1997 Mazda MX-5 in British Racing Green. But what I think is super key about this car for me is how it handles. MX-5s are renowned for having good handling, and I think that with this car, my phase one of this project is to make it handle well. So I have bought about £1,800 worth of bits for this car.
And the car's only worth how much?
I bought the car for £1,000. But I thought I'd be clear with you guys and tell you exactly how much money I'm spending on it and what I'm doing to make it good. So I'm taking this into my dad's garage tomorrow. It's going in to get some rust fixed. You can see actually if you come back here, we've got some rust on this rear bit here, as I've shown you before as well, that these seals have already been done. Yeah, we've got some rust actually on the mounting points for the seat belts, and so that needs to be sorted out. And a few other bits of rust here and there, but actually it's not that bad, so I'm saying that. I'm hoping it's not that bad.
By the way, I've already driven in this car with him, and he's only just told me that the seatbelts are rusty.
Yeah, so I thought I'd let him get in the car with me, do a bit of driving first, and then afterwards be like, by the way, you're in significant danger.
This guy, what a guy.
But yeah, so outside of that, so the first things I wanted to do was get the rust sorted. So that'll be sorted out starting tomorrow. After that, I've also bought energy suspension poly bushes. So that is for the entire underside of the car. All of these suspension points, everything is going poly bush, which is going to be really important for the handling of the car. On top of that, I thought at the same time I could do suspension. So I've got the VMAX Extreme suspension. It's both height and damping adjustable. It cost about £470 to go on Black Friday, which is quite a good deal for that suspension. And it's sometimes used in like autocross and that kind of stuff. So yeah, come around here with me. We'll talk about the brakes of the car. As you know, or hopefully know, it's got disc brakes front and rear, which is stunning, but they're not very good. They haven't got braided brake hoses. I think the pads are quite worn. The car doesn't brake very well, and it's not something that I'm a big fan of. So I've got some yellow stuff brake pads actually in the boot of the car right now. And on top of that, I've got braided brake lines. So those in total, I think in fact, the yellow stuff brakes came from my grandparents. It's very kind of them. The brake hoses were 90 quid, which is not too bad. I got them from Bofi or Boffy Racing. Yeah, so the brakes for me are quite important, because if you're on a track, you want to have a car that brakes well. In fact, often the difference between a good car and a bad car on a track is the brakes. So they're very important. And then if those don't do good enough, I'm probably going to upgrade to the Willwood kit, but I need to build up the courage to spend that kind of money on a set of big brakes for the car, but I want to do that too. Mate, honestly, imagine if they made an F1 car like all your channels about. They were like, yeah, the car's stunning, all good and well, but like a bit sketchy on the old brakes. I think they're a bit too much money. Just gonna shove a couple of yellow stuffs on there and see if it works.
Exactly.
So yeah, maybe not the best idea, but hopefully it goes okay. Let's jump into the interior now. So we've already been out for a spin in this car. We've been driving it around, and if you want to see some of us driving the car around, jump onto Aldas's channel. I think it's even on the Carbon Edge.
Carbon Edge, yeah.
On the Carbon Edge, and you'll see.
There'll be a link in the description.
There will be a link in the description. He's being very pushy about this. He wants that link. But no, yeah. So yeah, basically, if you want to see the car getting driven around and stuff, you can jump into it. Maybe we'll do a quick round the block or something, just to, because I like driving this car.
You've got to give the viewers what they want.
It's got to be done. But more importantly, let's talk about what's happening to the inside of the car. So other stuff that I've bought then. Back here, we are going to have a roll bar. So we've got the TR Lane V-shaped roll bar going in the back. Cost me about £290 from MX-5 parts. It's gonna sit in the back here. It should fit underneath the roof as well, which is one of the key things that I wanted. And then it's got a harness bar, which is super key, because that means that in the bucket seats that I've bought, which are Sparco Sprint Sky seats, they are the vinyl version of the standard Sparco Sprint seats. They're gonna be sitting in here and help me to drop maybe an extra few inches down into the car, which will help in terms of fitting a helmet in. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to having those in the car, because these seats aren't bad, would you say, Aldas?
They're nice. They are really comfortable, like a lot more comfortable than I thought they were going to be.
Super comfy, like decently bolstered. But as you know, if you've been watching the Pointless Polo project, the best mod I've done was putting in the nicer seats, in my opinion. Just really changed the way the car felt, and I feel like the buckets in this will be nice. One thing that I'm a bit sketchy about in terms of the way that you sit is you sit almost lying down in this, like it's very much a laid back driving stance, and I'm much more of a fan of a nice upright go like that, because when I'm laying back, my knees hit the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So, and I don't want to change the steering wheel. It's likely that I will have to, because it is massive, like it's really wide.
Really big steering wheel.
Really wide, but I do actually quite like it. But if I can get my Sparco Sprint seats to be that little bit lower and keep my knees away from the steering wheel, I might keep it. If they don't do it good enough, I'm gonna have to get a smaller steering wheel too, but I haven't bought that yet, so that's for a later video. I don't think I'm missing anything. Just trying to think through in my head everything that I've bought for this car. I think that altogether has cost me £1,800, which yeah, is a fair bit of money to spend on a £1,000 car. Another point I want to talk about in this video is insurance. So let's get out of the car, stuffy in here, and let's talk about it outside. So insurance then. So people often ask me about how I get these cars insured, and performance like modifications do ruin your insurance. I got quoted £500 on a completely standard MX-5, so £500 was my standard quote. £1,300 was my quote for it with all the mods that I'm going to be doing. And clearly I didn't want to be spending £1,300 a year at 24 years old on a 1.8 litre MX-5 when I could just get a faster car and drive that around as standard on much cheaper insurance. So I shopped around, I looked around, I used my own advice from my previous videos on insurance, and I ended up calling Sky Insurance. I spoke to them, told them my situation, I told them about all the different parts that I was putting onto the car, and was very, very transparent about all of it. And they were very kind to offer me a quote of £660, including their brokerage fee. So £660 for a year. Everything that I've mentioned in this video so far, all included on the insurance. £660 at 24 years old, which
that's really good.
It's not bad, is it?
That's my car now.
Exactly, and that's for this, which is like quite a, in my opinion, quite a cool little car. So I think the insurance.
Is it better than my Golf though?
I mean, that is a stunning Golf. maybe you should be reviewing this car instead of my MX-5, but given the choice, depends on the day. Depends on the day. But if I've got more than one friend, then I'd be taking that every day of the week. In the absence of that, as a very lonely YouTuber,
everything else, everything else is this car.
This is the one. So yeah, I am very happy with the insurance quote. I don't think it's too bad. I'm hoping I hope it doesn't ruin me. It is expensive on tax and that kind of stuff. I think it's like £283 a year on tax, which is cash. Not to mention ULEZ in London is going to ruin me for taking good London pictures in the car, which sucks. Let's have a listen to it, shall we?
Yeah.
So, by the way, I have just been driving the car around. I'm not just doing a cold start here. It's been driven, so. Right, so a couple of blips, eh? Can you believe that it actually has like crackles and pops when it goes?
I can't. That's so great.
It is crazy, isn't it?
And it sounds like, honestly guys, I don't think the video will like do it justice, but it sounds amazing.
I think we should probably go for a small drive in it. For £1,000, a great buy. for an additional £1,800 on top to make it as good as it needs to be to go out on track, I'm pretty happy with that. And without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do fun stuff like buying MX-5s and doing fun modifications to them. And also a massive thank you to my dad, because he's about to spend the next however long trying to help me do this car. So yeah, let's jump in and do some fun things with it. Oh, actually, let's try and get into this car as well at the same time. Let's throw that tripod up there.
This is because you guys, you know, you see the finished footage. This is how he gets in. This is how a man who is 6 foot gets in an MX-5.
So yeah, it's not. Let's just say it's not dignified. You don't like. Let's say I'm out here picking up a girl, right? Well, my girlfriend, and I'm like,
and
hey,
her dad's outside, like watching you go. You know,
how's it going? Yeah. And then I'm just like, yeah. I'm just gonna get into my car. Yeah. And then you're just like. Yeah, any false pretense of being cool goes out the window. Like, not that I thought I was cool in the first place, but any possibility that you might be, gone. So yeah, jumping out, let's go for a drive.
Let's go.
So let's remind ourselves what the best part of this car is. If you just record out the window for me, Aldas.
Yeah, let's just see. There they are. Oh mate, the pop-up headlamps.
Stunning.
It gets me every single time.
It's good, isn't it? I honestly think that most of the car's value is in those headlights. Well, actually, to be honest, with this car, it's those headlights and this roof. So like the 300-400 pound heated.
Yeah, the car's actually £200. Like that's pretty much it.
Yeah. This little
roof's 300, and then the rest is all on the headlights.
Yeah, all on the headlights. Yeah, each individual headlight. As I said before, the dampers are not in a good position, so I'm not in a good place to be sending this car particularly fast at the moment. I cannot wait. Let me repeat that. I cannot wait to have the suspension done on this car and the bushes, etc., because it's going to feel so good. What do you think of it? What are your first impressions about it? I'd like to hear what you have to say.
This car is like the best car that I've ever been in. That's £1,000. Honestly, like it's so amazing. The noise, and of course it came with the exhaust. It's not standard, but apart from the noise, the way it drives as well, it really does go. This car is quick, like seriously quick.
Yeah.
And especially coming from a 1.6 diesel Golf, it just feels like light years fly ahead.
Your Golf is also quite a nice car. Let's not
no, for sure.
That, but as a first car, it's pretty strong.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you look at the MX-5, obviously it's not the newest car in the world. It does miss some things that, you know, are in modern cars.
Yeah.
But it just, as a car, it just makes up for it in like spades, in the way it drives, the way it looks. When people see you in it, there's a little nod from other MX-5 owners, and even just people in general. They know the MX-5. Everyone loves it, and it is a great car to drive, undoubtedly. There's no doubt about it.
And as you guys know, like, I chose this car as a result of YouTube. Like, you guys on Instagram telling me that it was the car to go for over the TT, because I was always going to get the TT. In fact, let's before we talk about that, let's drop the window and. Yeah, she goes.
Yeah.
She goes.
How many horsepower is it? I think it's just over 100.
130 is supposed to be when it left the factory. I'm assuming that with the tiny modifications on it, it's probably running about the same despite the time difference. The fact that it still steps out in second or third gear, like you can literally drift this thing in third gear if you wanted to. Second gear is probably the best gear for it. But yeah, check out those sheet fans.
I can't describe how this car is just amazing. It puts such a massive smile on your face. It's crazy.
Mad. Let's just spin the car around here and then we can head back over. Because if you want to see a full drive in the car, you should go check out the Carbon Edges video on it.
Definitely.
Because that's where we sent it all the way down that road and just had a bit of fun.
Yeah, and the one thing I will say is that some of you might have noticed the camera might be a bit shaky because the suspension is bouncy, yeah, it's hot. I'm trying to keep the camera steady. Who cares though? When it sounds like this and it drives like this, screw it. Like,
so much fun, man. So much fun. So I think it's worth mentioning, by the way, that Aldas is on the hunt for another car. We're not going to discuss what that car is just now. Oh, by the way, look at that dog. Look at the size of that thing.
Where's the dog?
There. That's chaos.
Oh my days.
There's a bear. It's actually a bear. Okay, whatever. Anyway, more importantly, no, maybe less important than that dog.
I got the dog a little bit, don't worry.
That dog, huge.
There's the dog content.
Mate, honestly. But irrespective, Aldas is getting a new car soon. We hope it. I'm really excited for him. He's on the hunt as we speak, and when he gets that, I think we'll be taking our cars to the Nürburgring. I actually want to take the Polo to the Nürburgring as well, so I might have to do 2 trips this year, and I'll be letting you guys know as well when I'm heading over there, or when we're heading over there, just so that if anyone else wants to hit the Nürburgring too, we can definitely go down there.
And I think some subscriber meetups as well.
I think subscriber meetups are on the cards too, because it's been in the pipeline for a really long time. We've been discussing it, haven't we?
Yeah.
And
so a few of your subscribers asked as well. You had a Q&A, I remember.
Yeah, and so many people asked the question of when we're doing a meetup. What I'd like to hear though in the comments is, if there was a meetup, which car would you rather see there, the Polo or the MX-5? Because I appreciate there's some good love for the Polo and there's some equivalently good love for the MX-5. So let me know your thoughts on which of the 2 cars I should bring to a meetup, and whatever people want to see there, this is what I will bring. Another great dog over there, by the way. I love the weekend, man. Dogs are just the one. We do like a good dog.
We do.
I think it's probably about time we sign off, because I've gone through the car, I've gone through the insurance, we've had a little drive in it. I wanted to say a massive thank you to Aldas first and foremost. You should definitely go check out both his F1 channel and his new car channel.
Everything will be in the link below. I'll make sure of that.
Mate, he will make sure of that. I will be in some significant trouble if I don't do something like that. Oh, let's not get hit by that Merc. So yeah, make sure you're following him on all platforms. Make sure you follow me, obviously, on Cars for JB on Instagram and here on YouTube. I want to say a big thank you to my patrons as well, because you guys are legends. As always, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.